Hey everyone, welcome back to Quick Learn Podcast, the podcast where we help you learn real English in fun and practical ways. I'm Alex.
And I'm Hazel. Today's topic is something every English learner can relate to. How to improve your memory, especially for remembering new words and phrases.
So if you often forget vocabulary right after learning it or struggle to recall grammar rules during conversations, stay tuned. Today's episode is packed with memory-boosting techniques and real English learning tips.
Let's begin with a simple question. Why do we forget things, especially when learning a language?
Great question. It's because our brains need repetition and connection. If you see a word only once, your brain says, okay, maybe I don't need this. But if you repeat it and use it, your brain keeps it.
Exactly. And many learners make the mistake of just reading a word and moving on. No practice, no repetition, no context. So, of course, it disappears.
So don't blame your brain, give it better tools, and that's what we'll teach you today.
Tip number 1. Use the word in a sentence immediately after learning it. This might sound simple, but it's very powerful.
Yes, when you see a new word, don't just read the meaning and move on. That's passive learning. Instead, make the word active. Try saying it aloud and using it in a sentence that relates to your life.
Let's say you come across the word astonished, which means very surprised. Don't just say, okay, noted. Instead, say something like, I was astonished when I saw my exam results, or my mom was astonished by the surprise gift.
Exactly. And here's a great trick. Write it in a journal. Even one sentence a day with a new word helps your brain connect that word to your experiences. The stronger the connection, the easier it is to remember.
And don't stop there. Try to use the word 3 times that day, in writing, speaking, or thinking. This is called the rule of 3. It gives your memory 3 chances to grab the word.
Now for tip number 2, something backed by science, spaced repetition.
Spaced repetition is a learning technique where you review the same material several times, but at increasing intervals. Instead of cramming all at once, you space out your learning over days or even weeks.
For example, if you learn 5 new words today, review them. Later today, then tomorrow, day 1, again on day 3, then day 6, and once more on day 10.
Why does it work? Because it uses the forgetting curve to your advantage. We forget things quickly if we don't review. But when we review right before forgetting, our memory becomes stronger.
There are some amazing tools that use this system like Anki, Quizlet, and even apps like Memrise. These apps send you the words you're close to forgetting just in time to strengthen your memory.
And here's a bonus tip. Don't review everything every day. Focus only on the words that are starting to fade from your memory. That saves time and gives better results.
Also, try mixing text, sound, and visuals. Listen to the word, read it, and see a picture. That multisensory learning helps your brain make deeper connections.
So remember, it's not about how much time you study, it's about how smartly you study. And spaced repetition is one of the smartest ways. Tip number 3, visualize the word. That means when you learn a new word, don't just look at the letters. Close your eyes and try to see a picture in your mind.
Yes, because your brain remembers images much faster than plain text. It's how our memory works. We remember faces, places, and even dreams, all because of pictures in the brain.
Let's try this with the word gigantic, which means very, very big. Now, imagine a huge elephant standing next to a tiny little car. The elephant is so big, it's blocking the sun. That picture is now connected to the word gigantic.
Or take the word frozen. Don't just think cold. Picture a lake completely covered in ice. The trees have snow. Maybe a little dog is trying to walk on the ice and slips. That's fun and memorable.
The clearer and funnier your mental image, the better. Your brain will say, "Hey, that was interesting. Let's remember it."
You can even draw the word on paper if you like. A silly sketch helps too. Visual learning is super powerful, especially for visual learners.
Tip number 4, connect the word with emotions or stories. Your brain loves stories, and it especially loves feelings.
Let's try this with the word grateful, which means thankful. Instead of just reading the word, try to remember a time when you truly felt grateful.
Maybe you were sick and your friend brought you soup, or you forgot your wallet and someone paid for your bus ticket. Think about that warm feeling. That's gratitude.
Now, connect the word with that memory. For example, I was so grateful when my friend helped me with my homework before the test.
When you tie a word to a real emotion, the memory becomes deep and long-lasting. Why? Because emotional memory is stronger than boring or robotic memory.
You can even make up little stories. For example, for the word brave, imagine a young boy who saves a puppy from a river. It doesn't have to be true. Just make it emotional and easy to imagine.
That's how children remember things, through feelings and stories. And guess what? It works just as well for adults learning a new language.
So next time you learn a word, don't just memorize the definition. Ask yourself, how does this word make me feel? Or what story can I create with this word? Tip number 5, teach what you learn. It might sound strange, but teaching others actually helps you remember better.
Yes. When you explain a word or idea to someone else, even if it's your cat or your mirror, your brain says, "This must be important." So it stores the information more strongly.
Let's say you just learned the word curious, which means wanting to know more. Don't just read it and move on. Try to explain it. Curious means when you want to learn something, like children are always asking questions. They are curious.
You can teach a friend, a family member, or just speak out loud to yourself. Pretend you're a teacher. Say, "Today, class, we're learning the word relieved." It means feeling calm after stress. Like, "I was relieved when I found my lost keys."
And here's a bonus. You can even record yourself explaining words on your phone, then play it back later. You'll be surprised how much more you remember just because you taught it.
There's a saying, if you can teach it, you truly understand it. And that's true for English words too. Tip number 6, use movement or gestures when learning new words. Yes, even body movements can help your memory.
Exactly. This is called kinesthetic learning. It means learning through doing. When your body is involved, your brain wakes up and remembers more.
Let's try an example. The word run, easy, right? When you say it, try pretending to run with your arms or jump a little. That action connects the meaning to your body.
Or take a harder word like shrug, which means to raise your shoulders when you don't know something. You can say, "I don't know," and actually shrug your shoulders. Now your body remembers it too.
This works especially well with verbs like jump, swim, cry, whisper. If you act them out while saying them, they become easier to remember.
And it's fun. You're not just sitting with a book. You're moving, laughing, and learning at the same time.
You can even create a little dance for a group of new words, especially with kids or friends. Make your learning joyful. Happy learning is strong learning. Let's do a vocabulary booster. 5 useful words related to memory and learning.
Retain meaning, to keep or remember information. Example, I find it hard to retain new English words without practice. Synonym, remember, hold on to.
Recall meaning, to remember something from the past. Example, I can't recall the name of that movie.
Mnemonic meaning, a memory aid, like a trick or formula. Example, I use a mnemonic to remember the planets. My very educated mother just served us noodles.
Memorize meaning. To learn something so you can remember it exactly. Example, I try to memorize 5 new words every day.
Forgetful meaning, often forgetting things. Example, I'm very forgetful with names. Let's also share some idioms related to memory that learners can use in one ear and out the other. It means quickly forgotten. Example, I told him the plan, but it went in one ear and out the other. Bear in mind, it means remember or consider. Example, bear in mind, you need to review regularly to retain words. Refresh your memory means review again. Example, I watched the lesson again to refresh my memory.
Before we wrap up, here are quick final tips for all our English learners. Learn in small chunks. Don't overload. Say words out loud to improve memory and pronunciation. Review after 1 day, then after 3 days. Learn in context, not just single words. Be patient. Memory takes time to build.
That's it for today's episode of Quick Learn Podcast. We hope you've learned powerful ways to improve your memory and remember English better.
If you like this episode, please share it with your friends. And don't forget to review us. And hey, try one memory tip today and tell us how it worked.
Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep growing. Bye, everyone.
Bye.